Hey everyone. Okay, so today we are diving in deep about focus on you and you will prosper. So stay tuned. You don't want to miss this. Hey everybody, my name is Kim Velez and I'm all about leveling your mindset up, leveling up your day-to-day life, just becoming every single day the best version of you possible so you get everything you want in life, so you create and cultivate your fucking dope ass dream life instead of settling for shitty relationships, shitty versions of people, shitty pay, shitty lifestyle, shitty emotional pain, all kinds of stuff. We don't do that on this channel. We do the work and we manifest the results. So we're going to jump in and talk about this because I think this is really important. A lot of people forget about this. So when you focus on you, you will always prosper. So when we talk about focusing on you, it's about doing the inner work. It's about knowing yourself. It's about observing your thinking, understanding who are you choosing to be? What is the perspective you're holding? How are you conducting yourself? How are you, handling internally and externally through your mental habits, your new way of thinking, your emotional patterns and habits, the way you're constantly feeling, your perceptions, who you're dealing with, and how you show up every day in your life. There are so many distractions that we have access to nowadays, way more than we've ever had to deal with before. And it's so easy to get caught up. I mean, I have to constantly remind myself of certain things, of where I know I'm dropping the ball, where I know I'm allowing myself to be distracted. One of them was TikTok. When I first was going on TikTok and I would get sucked down rabbit holes here and there in TikTok and just the craziness of it. And then I just decided one day, like, babe, this is not your best life. Like, you just wasted 40 minutes, an hour of like watching the dumbest shit. And how did that benefit you? How is this helping you, like, with your vision, your purpose of your life? Is this going to help you cultivate and create your best future possible? And the answer was fucking no. Yes, I'm on TikTok for business, but I don't need to be on TikTok for social. So what I did was I had to catch myself doing something, and then I had to really ask those questions and answer them truthfully and then stop the habit. And let me tell you, there's moments when I was going through that where my brain was like, just pick up your phone. It's like this urge, this impulse to want to pick up that phone and scroll. But I didn't do it. Instead, I took my journal out and I started journaling. I would, go for a walk. Like, I would do different things to break up the pattern of when I had that impulsivity, and it went away super quick. So it's about me deciding that everything is going to be about me prospering and thriving, because if I prosper and thrive, then I become a better version of myself. I can't help but elevate and uplift anyone that's in my reality, whether in real life or online. So this is that old saying that people used to say all the time. They still say it, but they'll say like, oh, be the change that you seek. Yeah. So many motherfuckers sit here and they're all like pointing the finger and they need to fix this and they need to fix that and fuck them and this and that and did it. Okay, well, look back at yourself and understand, who am I being that can contribute to me having a better life, mentally, emotionally, physically, financially? I mean, just all the way around. How do I show up different so I can start leading by example? You don't have to be a coach. You don't have to be a service provider in order to hold yourself to that standard. You have people you are leading in your day-to-day life, whether it's your children. Most of you don't really understand that you're leading your children. You're not there to be your children's BFFs. You're there to lead them. You're there to show them discipline. You're there to show them what taking care of oneself is mentally and emotionally. You're there to allow them to experience new versions of you as their parent, that you do the inner work, that you take care of yourself mentally, emotionally, and physically, that you prioritize your mental health, you prioritize your physical health, that when you have a dream, you fucking go for it, that you pay attention to your inner talk, like you're becoming this version that they want to lead to. I remember there was a coach I heard one time, and he said one of the reasons why he wanted to get rich was he wanted to be be a leader to his children, where he would be so rich by doing what he believed was his purpose, which it is, and helping and elevating the world, that his children would never even want to try to get fast money. Like they would not be attracted to, drug dealing or criminal activity or people that live that way because the father was leading them. So this is for mothers too. How are we leading our children, right? How are you leading your siblings? How are you leading your friends? And I'm not saying you're doing these things to change the people around you. You're doing these things to become someone different. When you become someone different, people fucking notice, right? You notice when people's energy shifts because they're thinking new ways, they're having new emotional patterns, and they're just doing something different every day and they're consistent with it. You become someone different. You're prospering. That's what prosperity is. It's blossoming, it's blooming, it's evolving, it's whatever you want to call it. It's you transforming. You're transcending past old ways and you're transforming with new ways of thinking, new perspectives, new ways of handling yourself, and new ways of your daily habits. Your daily habits support who the fuck you're being. So when people are like, oh, I want this or that, and yet they just sit on the couch and they do nothing, well, then that's who you're being. You're being an old version who's not changed. When you're trying to manifest a specific person, when you're manifesting a new love, when you're in new relationships, when with your friend, it doesn't matter with anything. If you're still the version of you that's needy, clingy, desperate for love, doesn't feel validated, doesn't know their worth, well, then you're just being the same you. So you're going to keep manifesting in the same fucking result. That's how you break the pattern. This is how you prosper, by changing you, changing who you're tired of being, and start becoming a version that you wish you like, become a version that feels more aligned and matches the reality you desire. There's no way you're in a fulfilling, loving, committed relationship where you feel safe, loved, supported, and valued if you're fucking insecure as fuck. And I don't care, any one of you could try to argue that with me in the comments. If you say, no, that is not true, then you are not secure as fuck because you required constant validation from your partner. I don't require shit from anyone that I'm involved with. I don't require anything anymore. I used to need the feedback. I used to need the validation. I don't need that. I don't need that from viewers. I don't need that from people in my life. I validate me. You understand? This is how I prosper because I decided, who is Kim Velez going to be? What is the best version of her from where I'm at right now? And what do I need to do different to transcend or transform into her and transcend out of the old way? And these are real conversations I had with myself and got real specific of traits internally and externally that I wanted to possess, that I admired in other women in the world, and I wanted to be. So I created that version for myself and I became her and am still becoming her more and more every day. So that's how you prosper. This is how you thrive. This is how your reality shifts and changes and you call in and have better versions of people all around you. And that's what it's about. It's about being the change you seek. Stop looking for a specific person to be different to you and start being someone fucking different. Stop being needy and desperate. Stop not being someone who doesn't know their worth and value, right? Or stop being someone who doesn't know their worth and value. Stop being someone who feels insecure as fuck. That's a shitty place to be. It's a shitty place to be, and we don't have to be here. And this is literally what my purpose is on life, because I overcame that for myself and I'm fucking unstoppable. I'm just starting the best years of my life. And this is how I'm prospering and thriving. And my reality just keeps leveling up right along with my internal level up. So this is how you do this for you too. And you're leading by becoming. It isn't I'm manifesting to get the thing outside of me. You're manifesting to become the version of you that knows what the fuck you want is inevitable. And the unfolding happens and the allowing and receiving happens. And it just gets better and better and better because you just keep going within and you know, and your habits support your daily habits support the best version of you, the version you're choosing to be, the traits, the habits, all of it is the same. It is all interconnected. And if you're saying it's not, you're lying to yourself and you're not getting it and you're just going to stay fucking stuck, period, point blank. But this is how you prosper in life. You become someone who does not have limiting beliefs that are opposing you from the future you desire, that you don't have, or I should say you overcome those limiting beliefs that do not allow you to become the version of you that you desire to be. And that is how you win, my friends. That is the game changer. We want mental health, we want good physical health, and we want financial security and stability, and we want love and support around us. But we have to become all of that within us. I didn't know this when I was in foster care. I didn't know this when from 12 to 18, I did a reel about this when I was in the system and in group homes and foster homes. I didn't even know until my late 20s when a friend pointed out to me that everywhere we went, even in my house, even in my own house, that I had my purse, my pocketbook, on my fucking arm, no matter what room I went to, or I had it next to me. I could not leave my purse like in my bedroom and be in my living room. I had to keep it right next to me because I used to run away from all those group homes. I used to run away from all those foster homes when I was a kid. So it's like, it still is programmed in me to get the fuck out. I'm taking whatever I need with me and I can run out the door quick. And I had a friend point that out to me and I didn't even realize it. And then it wasn't even until my 30s that no matter where I lived, I was moving every year because I didn't like to stay somewhere too long. And I never put anything on the walls. Nothing ever felt like home to me. It wasn't until I became aware of that pattern in my 30s that I was like, oh my gosh, this is shit from my childhood. So then I started putting things up on the wall and I started really getting more grounded in me so that I could feel at home no matter where the fuck I was living. But see, this was all created from my childhood programming of what I went through. And it wasn't until 20s and 30s and some of that shit even in my 40s for my love life that I wasn't even aware of. And I had to reprogram and I had to think different. I had to notice it first, think different, have new perspectives, and then change the daily physical habits to support that, which meant I had to hang things up on my wall, had to leave my purse in the other room. That when I went to someone's house, I didn't fucking have it glued next to me. Like, I had to consciously be aware of doing these things, and now it's obviously nature. I don't even carry a purse with me anymore half the time. Like, I don't really have a problem with that at all. So you become someone different by being aware of who you've been that isn't what you really desire, choosing the different reality, the different story, start thinking that way, the different perspectives, have different emotions around that, and then do different behaviors in your reality that support all of that. So this is how you prosper. This is when you focus on you, you prosper in life, you get everything you want. All right, so if you don't know, I have an amazing freebie below. It is the Manifest Your Best Self blueprint. I give you my personal process that I've done every fucking day to just keep leveling up. And those of you that have been following me, you know I keep leveling up and it just keeps happening. I'm gonna keep doing this until I'm buried in the ground. So if you're interested, it's free. It's really fun. It's amazing. I've gotten a lot of great feedback from it. So check it out. It's in the description. Bye.